Hello everyone, today I would like to tell you about 5 links that I watch in YouTube. The first link is about Josh Kaufman and his wife Kelsey welcome their daughter Lela. He thinks he will never going to have free time anymore because everything becomes so busy that time. The one of the things that he really enjoy is learning new things. To find out the question, how long does it take to acquire a new skill? He go to the library and the bookstore, books by books, research by research, until he find out that it takes 10,000 hours to acquire a new skill. Practice a lot, practice well, and you will do extremely well. You will reach the top of the field. By keep learning and doing some research about that 10,000 hours, he find out that it just need 20 hours focus, deliberate, practice into the thing you wanna know. There is 4 simple steps to rapid skill acquisition. The first is to construct the skill. The second is learn enough to self-correct. The third is to remove practice barriers. And the last is practice at least 20 hours. At the end, the major barrier to a skill acquisition is intellectual. It's emotional. Feeling stupid doesn't feel good. It can be the beginning of learning anything new. But remember to put 20 hours in anything we do and have fun. The second link is about Mariana Atencio, the journalist from Caracas, Venezuela. When she is around 7 years old and her sister around 6, their father sent them in a summer camp in the United States. He sent them to Brainerd, Minnesota. The first thing Mariana noticed was the other kids' hair was several shades of blonde with the blue eyes. So the other kids looked at them like they were from the other planet. Later in, when she was in high school, his dad expanded on his summer plan. He sent her to Wallingford, Connecticut. She was a little bit disappointed about her roommate that time because it is not like what she imagined. A girl with a headscarf named Fatima. She was Muslim from Bahrain. She gave her the look of the other, the look that Mariana and her sister had when they were in the summer camp. She was imagining of being popular, but she thinks Fatima cannot relate because of her strict outfit. Until everybody sings on the participate in a talent show for charity, and she doesn't know what she gonna do for auction. Then she finds out that she is going to auction a dance class, where she is not pretty sure about that. But after her performance, it seems like the whole school raised their hand to bid. Then she realized and remembered about Fatima. Mariana said that the first step in being more inclusive is recognizing our blind spot. It begins by understanding what makes you different. Only then you can begin to appreciate what makes others special. That's the reason she is become a journalist, to giving a camera time to people that society thinks different. So does the society know that the difference is what makes us human, what makes us special. The third link is about Nitila Parker was playing a cup song in the beginning of the video, and then she tells a story about her friends leaving his home in Baroda and come to Mumbai just to meet Amisha Patel. But he knew that he wanted to meet her in a different capacity, not as a fan. And the easiest way to get in touch with her was to get into showbiz. And he did. Eventually, over the years, he realized that this was actually something he liked doing. Nitila Parker said her friend was the example of the quote, Lives happen to you when you are busy planning other things. Things don't always work according to plan, so it is okay to not have one. Gisela Parker wants to be a storyteller. She started auditioning and always make sure she was on the radar, but not having a plan actually turned out to be quite useful for her. Because when she was in the middle of trying to figure out what to do, she chanced upon the internet by making her comedy show, and it worked. Until some afternoon at home, when she was chilling and playing the Cubs song, she started to sing a different song on it, and she decided to make a video. She called her friend and asked her for her help to come over and hold the camera, and then uploaded it into the internet. The attention was unexpected. This is something that she did without too much planning. Turned out to be a game changer for her life. It makes her wonder what it would have been like if she had spent time to think and plan how to make a perfect video. At the end, when we were not even sure what we want to do, the answer lies in experimenting and doing so fearlessly. The fourth link is about Stephen Dunier speaks about how to achieve your most ambitious goals. In the beginning of the video, he tells us about Chuck Close, one of the highest earning artists in the entire world. For decades, he created his art using the technique blocks by block until it became an art. To achieve even more ambitious dreams has far less to do with some magical skill or talent, but how we approach problems and make decisions to solve them. For example, the career of Novak Djokovic in 2004 when he first became a professional tennis player. He was ranked 680 in the world. Until the end of his third years, he jumped up to be ranked third in the world. In 2011, he became the number one ranked men's tennis player in the world. The most interesting about his career path is Novak doesn't control any of them. What he does control are all the tiny little decisions, and that is achievable by every single one of us. Stephen Dunier took another sample. Now this time he's talking about himself, from kindergarten all the way until the high school graduation. Every one of his report card basically said the same thing, that Stephen is a very bright young boy. If only he would just settle down and focus. He is the C minus student until the senior year of college. Want to make a change. He's going to make a marginal adjustment. So that year, instead of pretending that he will be able to settle down and focus, he decided to assume he would. And so if he wanted to achieve the type outcome that he really desired, he was going to actually have to change his approach. If he would get an assignment, read 5 chapters in the book. He break the chapter into the tasks that he could achieve. Maybe a 3 or 5 paragraph until 5 or 10 minutes he stop. He go shoot some hoops, do a little drawing, maybe play a video game for a few minutes and then come back. Not necessarily to camp assignment, not even the same subject, but just to another task that requires just 5 to 10 minutes of his attention. At the end, he became a successful man that can focus on his ambition, even the most ambitious goals. The fifth link is about Roxanne Pomeranz. Tell us that you can easily learn 25 languages. At first, we learn language because we have to, and then we learn language because some of us doing it for fun. It is awesome when we go to another country and we can communicate with people in their native language. Then Roxanne continued her speech by asking the audience about the language barriers. Maybe the audience took the sample of you. Hired yourself as a translator among your mom who speak Russian and your girlfriend who speak English. The right answer is linguistic relativity, the field which asks questions on the relation between language, perception, and thought. The core theory is called the deterministic theory. That's scientifically proven, and it states that the language you speak shapes the way you think and influence your behavior. The father of linguistic relativity, Benjamin Worf and Edward Sapir, state that if a word doesn't exist in your language, you won't know the concept. In other words, your ability to access your memories is actually directly related to your breadth and knowledge of vocabulary.